Today I show you how to recreate any type of hair in Photoshop. You are going to be able to download the brush that we are going to create together in Photoshop. The link is in the description. Let's jump into Photoshop. I'm here in Photoshop with this image found on Signature Edits, where there are many rows where you can download to practice your editing skills. Here is the raw image. I already did the development, work on the light and some skin retouching. I have just did all the hair removing, and we are going to learn together how to create a new hair. So just because hair removing is a bit long, I already did it, but I'm going to show you two techniques that you can use to remove the hair. So you create a new layer that you call hair cleaning or hair removing. And then here is the tools that I recommend. So G on your keyboard, or here you can use the remove tool. And then just zoom in a little bit, and you can start with a brush that is not too big. You can start to brush on your hair, and don't do just like that and let a bit of hair. You have to really remove the whole hair, otherwise it doesn't make sense to have a piece of hair cutting in the middle. Okay. So this technique is very efficient. The remove tool is a very good tool that is new in Photoshop, and I really recommend using this tool. You can also use the spotting brush tool that is also working very well in most cases, but I would say that the remove tool is now working better nowadays. Okay, so you can see it works pretty well, but because on this image, for example, there are a lot of flyaways hair, so the easiest way would be to create a selection. So I'm going to do a quick one here. So for example, I create a selection around the hair where there is no flyaways. So for example, this part here, create a selection with one pixel feather, and then I'm going to use the stem tool on 50% flow, and you sample the background that is the closest from the hair, because here we have a background with a gradient, so we don't want to use this part, otherwise that is going to look a bit weird on this part. So I'm brushing, and then I remove the hair, and that's definitely quicker. It can create some problem on the background that you can definitely fix afterwards. Okay, and then Command D to deselect, and you can see that we have removed of the flyaways hair. Of course, it doesn't look great now, and that's what we are going to learn today. This is how to create new hair. So that works for flyaways hair. It also works for hair that are inside. So for example, all those little hair here. So I'm going to show you quickly this kind of hair like this, like that. All of that is the same. You can remove them with the remove tool. So I'm going to show you quickly as well. Okay, and this is gone. So you can see I'm going to remove those red things before and after. So now I am removing those layers because I already did the work here for the outside of the hair, and we are going to create new hair to make everything more natural. So we're gonna create a new layer called airbrushing, and then I'm going to select the brush airbrushing that you're gonna find in the description. And what is special with this brush, we're gonna go to the settings and you can see there is scattering on, transfer and noise. What is transfer is that if you work with a tablet and a pen, then you're gonna be able to depending of how hard you brush to create you see movement. Here I'm only brushing hard, and here you can see I'm brushing hard at the beginning and not at the end, so it creates something like this. So it's great to create texture and movement. Same for scattering. Scattering is here, you can see it creates texture. So I'm going back to 70%. I am going to remove all those hairs, and we are going to create so sample of the color of the hair, and we're gonna start brushing some flyaways, but a lot less than what we had before. So here I'm at 100%, I think I'm going to go at 50. So it's important to keep the movement of the hair. Okay. So I'm using H on the keyboard when I want to use the hand tool to move around my image. I'm going to change color a little bit, sampling another color to make it more natural. So what it does mostly that so we remove the flyaway's hair, but at least we don't have a very geometrical kind of head because no one has that. So we are fixing what we remove basically and making it more natural by adding some realistic hair. So yeah, don't hesitate to sample another color because it's totally natural to have different kind of shades in the hair. And also change the size. Don't forget to follow the movement of the hair. Okay, nice. Let's see how it looks before and after. So you can see it looks a bit more natural. I think we are missing some hair here. Okay, I would say the left side is pretty good. The right side is not perfect yet. Okay. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, I'm going to duplicate this. I don't want to see the original one. And we are going to blur it a little bit. So go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur. And now it's of course way too much, but yeah, what we want is to match what we have here. So okay, I would say 0.8 in this case is okay. And we have before and after. Okay, so before cleaning and after. You can see it's a lot less messy, but still with a natural result. So you will be able to find the PSD file as well as the image and the hairbrush that you can download with the link in the description. It's really asking a bit of practice to work on hair, so I really recommend you to download the files and try yourself. Thanks for following along. Don't forget that you can download the brush in the description. Please push the like button if you like this video, and don't forget to subscribe to don't miss any videos. See you in the next one.